What your child eats for breakfast is hurting them. Let's talk about something that sets the tone for the entire day, your breakfast. Now ask yourself, what did your child eat this morning? A sugary cereal, pastry, a donut with chocolate milk? If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. In fact, it's the standard American breakfast for millions of kids. But here's the real question. Is this food fueling your child or quietly failing them? Today on the doctor's couch, we are asking, are American kids eating a healthy breakfast? And the answer might just change what you put on the table tomorrow morning. Stay tuned, this might change your morning forever. Let's start with the numbers. According to CDC and NHANES National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, the most common breakfast food for American kids are sugary cereals, white bread, toast, pancakes, waffles, and processed breakfast bars. Over 90% of cereals marketed to kids have added sugar above recommended limits. Pair that with juice boxes, flavored yogurts, chocolate milk, or energy drinks, and you have got a blood sugar roller coaster before 8 a.m. If this sounds familiar, tag a parent who needs to see this. An important question is, why do kids crave this and why do parents allow it? The answer is simple and complex. Kids crave sugar because it gives a fast dopamine hit. Parents allow it because it's quick, cheap, and they're busy. And let's be honest, picky eaters make breakfast battles exhausting every day. Convenient doesn't mean healthy, and what starts as a quick fix can lead to a long term damage. Here is a nutritional reality check. Let's take a popular combo: frosted cereal, 1 cup of 2% milk, a juice box. That's over 35 grams of sugar, the equivalent of 8 to 9 teaspoons before school even starts. Not only is this 5 times higher than the daily sugar limit recommended by American Heart Association for children, it's also low in fiber, low in protein, and completely lacking in brain-boosting fats. It spikes blood sugar fast, then crashes it hard. That crash leads to mood swings, irritability, brain fog, and mid-morning hunger. Now, here's where it gets serious. Multiple studies, including research from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, have linked high sugar, low nutrient breakfast with increased ADHD like behaviors, high risk of childhood depression and anxiety, disrupted gut brain communication, early insulin resistance, and prediabetes. Even more alarming is a 2020 study in Nutrients Journal found that the poor diet quality in children may be associated with increased risk of neurodevelopmental disorders, including cognitive delay and emotional dysregulation. And while we are at it, ultra-processed breakfast foods have also been tied to inflammation, gut microbiome disruption, and even early onset cancers in adulthood, according to BMJ and Lancet Oncology. So, what should kids be eating? Let's be real, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be better. A healthy breakfast should include proteins like eggs, Greek yogurt, nuts, and butter, healthy fats like avocado, chia seeds, olive oil, fiber rich carbs like oat, whole fruits, whole grain toast, hydration, water first, not sugar bombs. Here's a simple swap. Trade sugary cereal for overnight oats with berries and almond butter. Swap toaster pastries for a whole wheat wrap with eggs and spinach. Replace juice with water or a low sugar smoothie. No, your kid won't love it at first, but the science says they will think clearer, focus longer, and feel better. You feed the brain before the books. Here's what I tell every parent before we talk about reading, writing, and test scores. We have to talk about fueling the kid's brain because food isn't just energy, it's information. And everyday breakfast is a message to your child's brain and body. This was the doctor's couch. If this episode opened your eyes, send it to a friend or parent who needs to hear this. Let's raise healthier kids, one breakfast at a time. Until next time, I'm Dr. Rahman Mohammed, reminding you the real health starts at the kitchen table.